It's time for Tia Tuesday, and for today's segment, we're working on our communication skills. This week, we're joined by one of Atlantic Canada's top event hosts, Otni Shinere, and of course, our friend of the show, CEO and founder of Black Women in Excellence, Tia Upshaw. Good morning to you both. Thank you so much for coming in.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
So, Otni, tell us about this Atlantic Canada's top event host. How did you earn that title?
Because through great experiences being on different stages, I managed to master the art of event hosting, and this is combined with my communication skills. So I'm not just there hosting an event from start to finish and let's call it a day. No, I'm in there and I'm making sure that audiences are engaged. And because I kind of build a rapport, I'm kind of called everywhere else and managed to make sure I tap into Atlantic Canada, hence becoming Atlantic Canada's top event host.
Oh, wonderful. And you've made a business out of it, which we'll get into in a second. So, Tia, you brought us Otni today. How did you learn about her incredible skills?
Obviously, events. I've seen her at a lot of events, but she also worked at BBI for a while.
Okay.
And when you work in, these predominantly small Black organizations, you get to know who's who.
Yeah.
And then I just kept seeing her at events, which is good. Because she's great at what she does. And just been kind of tagging along and watching her growth, and it's been amazing. And we went out for a brunch not too long ago, and then I said to somebody after the brunch, it was the first time I didn't feel like someone was draining me.
Interesting.
It was a great conversation. It wasn't about that person wanting information from Tia. It was about a mutual conversation about growth. So.
And well, I guess good communication is as much about
That's
listening
what she
as
does.
about communicating. Let's talk about how you've made a business out of this. What kind of services do you offer Atlantic Canadian?
So I actually do one-on-one communication skills consulting. So I basically help people with their communication skills. And this came out of event hosting. Every time I would come off a stage and people are coming to me and they're like, oh my God, you are so great, but I could never do what you do. And I said, well, you can. So let's figure out how you can actually do this. And so from there, I saw that there was a gap there. And also, like Tia said, working with BBI, I've been in the entrepreneur ecosystem for quite some time. And so I would always see that there was always a disconnect between people articulating their business and articulating it to other people. And so from there, I was like, let's bridge this gap real quick. So that's how I basically started the business there.
And we're seeing images of you right now hosting Halifax Fashion Week, looking like $1 million bucks.
Your husband must love watching you.
I think so. I hope so. And yeah, and this was Kush Mazaj, the design here, and they did an absolute phenomenal job dressing me, yeah.
Well, it's clear that you have the audience captivated. What is the secret to captivating an audience?
It's understanding, because the thing is about communication skills just at large. It is about understanding what kind of communication skills are you. I formed what we call a vibe framework, a vibe, because I'm a millennial, sue me, but it basically stands for vibrant, intentional, bold, or empathetic. So it's about understanding what kind of communication skills do you carry. And so I took it into a way that I use it for hosting. I have a certain type of communication skills, but as an audience has their communication skill. So tapping into that, that's how you keep them engaged. And so that's what I basically do whenever I'm hosting an event.
Well, that's fantastic. People can hire you to host events,
Absolutely.
see events, moderate events, and teach them to host their own events, I guess.
Absolutely.
What if somebody's watching and they're like, yeah, I love that she says I could do this, but I really couldn't. What do you say to the most reluctant person who is afraid of showing up in front of people?
Say that question again, sorry.
What would you say to somebody who's really scared to show up to people?
The thing that makes people scared to show up in any place is because you think you have to show up as a certain type of other person.
Yes.
You have to have a certain type of other personality because that's what we think is what works. But my thing is, we fight that by understanding you can show up as yourself.
100%.
You can show up as yourself. And so I help people to understand exactly who they are, and then they get to show up as themselves so that they don't have to try and figure out how to be somebody else, and they have more confidence because it's you.
Wonderful. Great way to end. Tia, nobody knows that better than you. You've made a whole business out of just showing up. It's unapologetically Tia Upshaw.
Oh, I love that word. Oh, my God, I love it. Yeah, it is true. I'm big on authenticity, and, I don't really host events. It's not really my thing. I did do the ovarian cancer thing, but it's not my thing.
So fabulously.
I like keynoting, but I will say this. I am not like Otni. Otni's not like me, but we're still both able to get the bag.
I love it.
Yourself.
Well, we are out of time, but I appreciate both of you and your
Thank you
advice
so
this
much.
morning. Best of luck in your endeavors. We put the information for both Otni and Tia on our website.